So we had Trillium for the first time last night.
Have you
as
had
well.
any Treehouse?
We had I haven't had Treehouse yet.
We had Lawson's and Trillium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got
Yeah?
Treehouse? You got a little...
I do actually. I got some today, so I'm happy
do
to.
you know what? I have some for you if you like.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it.
Oh, we do, yes. Make it happen. Did you just turkey him?
Yeah, I did.
Turkey.
Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
Well, what's good, y'all? This is C, Certified Brewhead.
And I am Scott Beer, cold beer enthusiast.
And welcome to episode 46 of Beer and Other Shit, the podcast. And today we are at probably my favorite place in Burlington, Vermont, Farmhouse Tap Grill, with the beer buyer and manager,
And
Justin Gould. Good to meet you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for
having
having
us.
us.
Thank you.
Nice bar, man.
Thank you.
Excited to be here. This is the cool ass basement room.
Parlor.
Parlor.
Yeah, the
I
parlor.
apologize.
Not the speakeasy, it's the parlor.
No.
I like it. There's wood everywhere. There's a real fire going. There's delicious beers on tap.
Yeah.
This is where I feel
This is
at
where it
home.
all goes
Yeah,
down.
that's
This
it.
is super cool. So both of us actually have only been to Burlington once each. This is our
Yep.
first time
Beautiful.
together. And separately, we both ended up here. I didn't know. I don't think we really
I
talked
went in the
about
summer. It was awesome in the summer too. So
Yeah.
I'm getting the other side of it now, the winter aspect.
It's warming.
So,
Yes.
it's got that perfect winter vibe, like that après ski.
Yes,
type of
exactly.
thing.
Just leave your ski boots upstairs.
Yeah, please.
Please do us a favor.
I want to get
Cheers,
straight
yeah.
to this beer. Cheers. This is a Hill Farmstead. Can you tell us about it? please?
Yeah,
our
this
first
is
Hill Farmstead.
Double Galaxy from Hill Farmstead. They call it Imperial Pale Ale, brewed with Galaxy hops. It is bright. It's a little hazy, but not milkshakey. It's perfect.
I would agree.
That is unreal. Thank you for
Thank you. This is our
popping
first,
our
Hill Farmstead cherry.
I'm
on
First time
camera.
it's ever touched my
I'm
mouth.
pretty stoked to pop your
Thank
cherry
you.
with
Yeah.
Hill
Well, you were
Farmstead Double
gentle.
Galaxy. Yeah.
It's
And
like
you
all-
worked it in.
This is all the pictures I see online. It looks
Yeah,
like,
it looks like
we don't
that.
have this.
It's mad hazy. Yeah.
You know, it's hazy, but it's well balanced. I think that's
Yeah, it's not crazy.
That's the best thing about Hill beers is that across the board, whether it's a Farmstead Pale Ale, a Stout, a double IPA, a Imperial Pale Ale, they are like balanced. It's clean.
Yeah.
You know, nothing lingers too long.
Mouthfeel is it's so creamy. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and there's no floaties. It's not like
No, it's not chunky. It's
it's.
It's hazy by purpose. It's,
Yeah.
There's a great reason why they again have been voted the best brewery in the world.
Really, eh?
Yeah, Rapier. The guys at Rapier.
Damn,
yeah.
overall.
I think 3 years in a row.
And it is like, you definitely agree with that?
I absolutely 100% agree with that.
I can't say I've had many beers better than that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I love beer, and there's a lot of great breweries in the world. But if like you can have a brewery that brews, I don't know, they must have like at least 25 different beers, barrel aged beers, sours, saisons, IPAs, stouts.
Is their thing the Vermont style or New England style IPA, or they just do everything well?
They do everything really
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a beer of theirs that I have been disappointed with.
Okay. Cool.
That's a big call.
Yeah,
that's huge,
absolutely. And every week it's different.
Cool.
That's so good, man.
So a little bit about you.
yes,
yeah.
please.
How did you get into this position of being a beer buyer, a bar manager type thing? You're right in the heart of the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I've been working in restaurants for a long time, for 12 years or so. I started off, I was in Massachusetts, and my parents told me I had to get a second job.
Okay.
I had left school, and I was, working for my dad's construction company, and was just drinking a lot, and they were like, "You've got to get a second job." So I got a job at a bar.
Right.
Bartending. I had no
Naturally.
clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
Were you a
and
beer guy at that point, or
I drank beer.
right?
I mean, this was 2005, so I didn't know anything about beer.
right. Just
I drank Newcastle and Corona.
Sure, right.
Because at that
Great
point,
drop.
at that point, that's what they had. And got a job in a bar and really enjoyed it, and really became a restaurant person first, and loved service and serving people and giving great service and just being involved. And then I drank. I'll never forget it. Green Flash West Coast IPA.
Oh,
It
nice.
was the original recipe.
Yeah.
It was piney and dank and resiny.
Yeah. And you had nothing like it before.
I
It
had
was-
nothing. There was
yeah.
no beer like that. I think my dad drank Harpoon IPA, which is so far from that.
Yeah.
And that was really the first beer that made me want to get into beer. Then, a few years later, my wife and I moved up to Burlington, and I worked at some other bars and got a job at Farmhouse as a service manager, and I worked days, and I made sure that like cash drawers were set, and I got introduced to Heady Topper, Hill Farmstead Edward, and Lawson's Double Sunshine, and then I got introduced to sour beers and great pilsners. And here I am today, 5 years later. I'm now my official title is Chief Beer Officer.
Ooh, I like
Beer
that.
officer.
So I write menus. Yeah, CBO. Yeah. It's good to be the chief. So now I buy beer, I drink beer, I talk about beer, and I write menus, and I do everything I can to make sure that we're representing beer as it should be.
Nice.
That's amazing.
What
dude.
percentage of your beer you have here is local from Vermont?
My goal for the draft list is that at least 30%, at least 10 lines are always Vermont.
Pretty good representation.
Yeah, because really we're Vermont and we want to focus on Vermont, but the goal for Farmhouse was to showcase what we have here and then all the great beer that there is to be had.
Cool.
So
how many taps do you got? Or how many lines?
there are 30 lines. 30 lines.
Okay. So a third of the beers are
30 beers are Vermont.
That's very cool.
Yeah, 3 bars, 30% of them are all Vermont beers.
Cool. That's fantastic. It's super key. It seems like I think we kind of touched on that just before, but it's really something that people here want. Like they want local beers.
Yeah.
Because
drink fresh, drink local. All that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you guys have that farm to table. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, we're farm to table.
Yeah, and I noticed upstairs, I didn't check now, but last time we were here, you had the where the cheese is from and where the eggs are from and stuff. I'm like, man,
I think people appreciate that. And specifically people that live here want that, expect that from the bars.
We try to support each other.
Yeah.
That's the big thing is that there's so much great stuff coming from Vermont that why not support it?
That's it, man. Yeah.
Great beer, great cheese.
Yeah. Great just the food. I feel like I'm just everything is phenomenal all the time.
You gotta tell us where to go for cheese. Actually, I want to take some cheese back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'll get some cheese suggestions. But, yeah, man, super super cool. So as far as being someone who's a beer buyer, your kind of livelihood depends on your knowledge of the scene and kind of really curating this list. How do you feel about the the scene locally and then on a grander scale the scene as a whole?
The scene. So Vermont is it's fucking awesome. Excuse my language.
No, you can cuss all you like. Go in,
I cuss like a sailor.
Let it out.
Vermont's really cool because we are so focused on making sure that what we do is as good as anybody else. We're one of the smallest states. I think we're the second smallest state in the states. Yeah, it's 600,000, 650,000 people.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's
explains the
tiny.
electoral vote.
More, we're not even gonna go there.
Yeah. I met a guy last night who said he voted for Trump for me. I couldn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna keep saying no politics, but then it comes up every time.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
So no American politics, strictly correct.
Sorry,
I stopped getting my tan a long time ago. No, we're great, and then the Vermont scene is really cool because it's on the scale of things, it's pretty small. We have 53 breweries right now in the state, which is the most per capita.
I was going to say we heard that stat yesterday. The most per capita
in the United States.
In the States, yeah. So Oregon's always
right up
pretty
there,
close, but they're a giant state.
Right.
But all the breweries in Vermont are really pushing to be as great as possible, and so even the new ones are coming in. They're coming in pretty hot.
Yeah.
The guys at Foam are brewing.
Yeah, the fifth or sixth
everyone keeps saying that.
They're there's two new breweries in the last year that are getting buzz.
Okay.
Foam is huge. Todd used to brew at Switchback. His House of Fermentology beers are his sour beers are as good as it gets.
Nice.
And his IPAs are great. Built to Spill, I think, is the name of the double that they do.
Big,
That's cool.
Big hazy juice bomb.
Stop it.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Just
I might just go there anyway.
Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah. It's close by.
Yeah, it's right on the waterfront. Easy. And then River Roost, they're down in White River Junction. Mark Babson has been homebrewing since, I just read this today, he's been homebrewing since before he could drink, which I think is what everybody does. And he worked for Magic Hat. He worked for Woodstock Brewery over in New Hampshire for a bit, but opened up River Roost and he's like a one-man operation.
Super small,
he's a 10-barrel system, so pretty good size, but really jumps in. He brews everything but those big hazy double
seems
IPAs.
to be his
yeah.
go-to.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
everybody wants.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
100%.
true.
How do you feel about that? Because that's something we're obsessed with because we don't have
Yeah.
access to it in Canada. How do
You know,
feel about the trend?
It's a funny trend.
Is
Yeah.
it a trend or is it here to
No, I
stay?
mean, I think IPAs are here to stay.
Yeah.
Not my favorite thing, but I drink a ton of them.
You say it's not your favorite thing because maybe you just have so much access to them. It's like
I don't know.
you don't have the same myth that we do.
No. I think they're awesome, and when you get a great hazy, juicy double IPA, it's as good as it gets.
Yeah.
But they can cover up a lot of flaws, I think, in beer.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think
So
you can.
what
you
covers
can
out the fruit or the?
I think
haze?
that haze and that fruit and that that juicy aspect of it, you can
Hide a lot of-
you can hide a lot of
Right.
defects.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste as clean. Sometimes like if you have a poorly crafted hazy beer, it's gonna taste like a poorly crafted hazy beer,
Regardless.
regardless of what it is. But like
Right.
a good lager,
you can't hide
crisp
it.
and clean and spicy, not spicy and just like easy to drink and perfect.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I mean they're great. They're not going anywhere, at least for a bit. I think.
You guys seem to have, or whether it's Vermont or like New England as a whole, which we only found out like an hour or
Yeah,
two
what
ago
New
that
England-
Vermont is
yeah.
in New England.
Yeah,
Sorry
we
to
are.
be so
Yeah.
ignorant.
Did you know that?
That we are New England? I'm a New Englander.
I'm pretty sure he knew that. He
Playing, of
lives
course,
here.
That was very interesting to us. Like that. That's a part of it now because we keep seeing like even like
There's
left field
five
village, like,
states, right? In the...
6. You
Yeah,
said 6. You said the small states.
Rhode Island.
Vermont,
New Hampshire.
Maine,
Maine.
Mass, Rhode Island, and Connecticut.
Okay.
Don't count New York.
Don't
No,
know New York. No.
They're too big for that. They got enough going on. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always fascinated by. I mean, look, this definitely. Would you consider this a Northeast IPA?
Yeah, for sure. This
Yeah.
I just to clarify that I think this is a Vermont style IPA.
This
Okay.
is Vermont style.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll,
now
I'll
break
What's the
it
difference?
down.
Break it down.
I will quote my good friend Jeff Baker, who was the bar manager here before me. He now works at a distributor in town. And 3 or 4 years ago, he wrote in his column about this New England, the Vermont style IPA, and it was hazy and it's a little juicy, bitter, but still kind of piney, but with great balance. And I think that a lot of the New England IPAs, you lose some of the balance. I think it's more about like this really turbid, hazy, kind of juicy.
Yeah,
Whereas like
sweeter and
I
juicy.
wouldn't say this has a good bitter finish to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
this
expected differently when I was looking at it.
Yeah. So this is balanced.
Okay. Would this be reflective of a Hill Farmstead IPA?
Absolutely.
This is classic Hill
They're all like
Farmstead.
This is they're all.
Yeah.
This is like double, but they're all they have a little bit of haze.
Yeah.
Really creamy, nice white head. Perfect balance, and
I just
there's
wonder what
always
they're
some
doing.
pine.
It's so creamy. Like I don't expect that quality from this type of beer, right?
Yeah.
You expect like a bite and a
Yeah,
harshness
exactly.
to it, and this just is like
That's phenomenal.
It's all about nuance. It's all about like subtlety, and
it's everything.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
the mouthfeel. It's the
it's like love.
smell.
It's love in a glass.
Yeah.
It is, man.
Essentially.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's like I feel like Hill Farmstead has probably some of the most hype aside from like the Alchemist, but maybe because I feel like Alchemist is more accessible. This maybe because it's sheer distance because it's another 2 hours away.
Yeah, it's a
probably
high.
went
Apparently, it's a
down
rough
that
drive too. So
I think now it's okay. I mean, with it being cold and frozen, you're fine.
Okay.
And like mud season, which is
Oh, like spring,
You guys
yeah.
are probably familiar with mud season.
I guess so because
maybe
when the
we
snow
call
melts,
it
it's just
spring.
like,
Yeah.
we call it
Hey, we go from winter to mud
To mud.
season to spring
okay.
to summer.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we get the same thing.
Yeah.
So, I guess as far as like the tap list, and so do you have to actively? I'm just sort of curious in how this works. Yeah, you see
or are they
that
coming
stuff?
to you?
Yeah, I mean both those things. I'm lucky enough to have 3 days in the office where I kind of sit behind the computer from 8 in the morning to 4.
Chill out and
Yeah, I like
do some work and
I'm on Twitter. I'm writing menus and I'm kind of like looking at what's available, what's around.
What people are talking about.
What
and
you,
stuff?
exactly. I mean, and I'm outside of work. I'm a beer geek.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook on the message boards. I'm on actually mostly I'm on Instagram, and like just seeing what people are drinking, what's available to me, what events I want to plan, like that kind of stuff.
Do you base your menu, I guess your beer menu, around like what people are talking about and stuff, or do you try and like anticipate what's popping?
I want to make sure that what we serve our guests is as balanced as possible. So I want to have some IPAs. I always have a Pilsner line.
Okay.
And Pilsner's perfect beer.
We were talking about Pilsners today.
Yeah.
We quite like the style, but it has to be done right.
Yeah, I
fresh
think
is key.
Fresh is key. I think a Pilsner can go right and so wrong all at
Yeah,
the same
so
time.
wrong though. Like I think people are turned off from the style because there are some bad ones out there.
And everybody thinks about Miller Lite.
Yeah.
Like this is a Pilsner. Oh, this is a-
Miller, that's a Pilsner?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not a light lager.
It's not a, I mean, it is that.
Right.
It
Well,
is.
the same way as Labatt Blue up to
Yeah.
Canada is a Pilsner, but
Yeah.
it tastes the same as all the crappy light lagers.
Exactly.
So.
Couldn't be more trash.
I'm a sucker for
But like a well-made Czech or
Yeah.
German style Pilsner.
Yeah, I love German beer. I love lagers.
Yeah.
But for balance is key. So I always have a lager line. I always want to run at least a couple dark beers, whether it be stouts or porters or Schwartz beer.
Yeah.
I always have Allagash White on because it's a great whip beer.
So when I came here with my girlfriend, she felt that's her new favorite. It was her favorite beer. She came here and she loves Allagash White, so I need to take some back for Rochelle. Rochelle's coming to you. At least a 6-pack of Allagash
Yeah, we're going to
White.
grab some.
Sorry, yeah.
There's no Allagash in.
No, dude, we
can't
can't get
get,
any good
anything.
stuff.
You don't
Well,
understand.
I don't mean to say
Okay, no,
that.
that's a hate.
We get great Ontario
Yeah.
beers.
The guys at Dunham are doing good things. I love.
Yeah,
I love
Dunham,
Yeah,
great.
Dunham, yeah, and Farnham as well.
Farm's good. Yeah, they're here now.
Yeah, they're here, exactly.
They've got a brewery. I mean, Unibrew's.
Unibrew's
Unibrew's
awesome
awesome too, yeah.
The Juicy and
Juicy, of course.
But yeah, wow, so that's a bummer.
Dude,
So-
yeah, like it's even those big guys like that should be
Yeah.
pretty easy to get,
Yeah.
but for us, there's so many laws, and Ontario specifically is really tight.
What's
with the laws,
international
and-
shipping like?
not a
You get
no,
that,
yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
So there's this company we found recently that makes instead of
PO
paying
boxes?
and getting a PO box, and
Yeah.
I got it in like Champlain, New York. So it's kind of like a company that like
You charge by per
it's like
order.
here. It's like you guys
yeah.
could take orders
So
here.
you ship to there, we go across, we pick it up, we pay for each order that we come and pick up.
Yeah, so rather than paying $20, $30
So
bucks a month, you just
expensive.
pay it's only $5
but cheaper, but cheaper than
yeah.
then paying like
shipping.
once a month. Like so, it's like a good place for people
crazy.
to ship us beer. But then I still have to drive out, 45 minutes and go through the border across
Yeah,
the nonsense.
which is not fun.
No, particularly for me, I
Oh,
have
he gets,
fingerprints. and
yeah!
everything.
Every single time he has to go in and go through the ringers. It's like
it's a neck tattoo.
and pay money.
Is it-
and-
yeah, a little bit. Damn,
But hey,
that's
if it gives us an excuse to come here,
Yeah.
it's like okay,
Yeah.
we'll just do beer runs all the time and stay in Vermont
yeah,
for
it's
the
worth it.
weekend.
And it's so close. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
we are a little bit starved for the American stuff. So
Sure.
I think that's like Scott and I are fairly obsessed with a lot of the American beers because we're watching Instagram every day,
Yeah.
listening Farmhouse.
Yeah, and everyone's like-
sorry, we're like Treehouse and Trillium
Yeah.
and like
Stop.
Monkish and
Trillium.
we had Trillium for the first time
last night.
Have
as
you had
well.
any Treehouse?
We had I haven't had Treehouse
No.
yet.
We had Lawson's and Trillium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got
Yeah?
Treehouse? You got a little-
I
I do actually. I got some today, so I'm happy
Do
to.
you, do you know what? I have some for you if you like.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do it.
Oh, we do. Yes. Make it happen. Did you just turkey him?
Yeah, I did.
Turkey.
You have what do you have?
Julius and Hayes from this week.
Today's been a pretty good day.
I'm blessed. My family lives close to there, so I get a good amount of Trillium. Treehouse I like, but I like Trillium a little
Better,
bit.
right?
Okay,
We
cool.
had
Melcher Street.
Melcher Street.
Yeah, great beer.
Cutting Tiles.
Cutting tiles.
The
is-
Citra?
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Love
No, I think
that
it,
one.
it wasn't
Yeah.
like one of the special ones when I checked into it.
Yeah, it was just a
It was
regular-
like the regular one.
Which is great anyway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Pow Pow. The Pow Pow, granted, was about 6
was
weeks
old,
old.
That's
Yeah.
alright though. It aged
And it
well.
still ages
Yeah,
really
I had
well.
one a couple weeks ago. It was
Yeah.
really good.
So
I like the
was-
cutting tiles. I think
Cutting
was
Tiles
my
was
favorite.
the best.
Yeah.
As far as the ones
I
that
like
we had.
Fort Point, like the base Fort Point. That's
Yeah,
their like
that's the joint.
pale ale. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's like it's lower ABV.
Easy to drink, but
Yeah,
super flavorful.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
Everything.
Okay.
I mean,
amazing.
Love it.
It's such a cool thing that so many crazy breweries populate this one area.
Yeah.
And it's I don't think there's many. I mean, there's a few places like that in the States and in the world.
Yeah, I think for what we like, for the size we are, and how like well connected everybody is, and how integral each piece is, it's a pretty special thing we have here. Absolutely, which is the best part about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be here more often. That's all.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Make
It's
it happen.
2 hours.
More
away.
beer
God
trips.
damn it.
Exactly.
All the time.
So you know what, brother?
Dude.
Thank you for your time.
Thank
really
you, guys.
appreciate it. dude.
Legend, appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
So,
glad to have
thanks
you
for
guys.
having
This
us.
is Farmhouse TG
Yeah,
on
at
Instagram.
Farmhouse TG on Instagram and Twitter.
And what's your personal one in case case you want to...
My personal is VT_beer_dad.
Oh, BT Beard.
I really wanted
like
to
it.
make it like me.
That's gangster.
I love it. That's awesome.
Representing. So go follow Justin, follow Farmhouse, and come through if you're in the area.
Yeah, stop by, say hello.
Yeah, guys, follow us on YouTube. Thumbs up, subscribe. There's so many directions. Thumbs up for subscribe on YouTube. Review and rate the podcast on iTunes and subscribe. And then, of course, follow us at BAOS Podcast on all social medias. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you.